connection, and we're live. Yay! Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. I am here in what city is this? Sun Valley.
Sun Valley.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm here in Sun Valley,
County.
LA County, at a wonderful facility. Hello, Walk Theo Odell. Good seeing you. At a very special facility. You know, this facility is near and dear to me because my very first Porsche, the blue one that I built years ago, as far back as 2007, so many people doubted our abilities to build a cool Porsche. But there's one facility here in the US that believed in us and said we should do it, and it's here at the LA Dismantler for Porsche. And there are tons of stuff here, and I have the co-founder here, Sara. She's here as well. Good afternoon, R35. Hello, Robert. Greetings, Parcel. And for those of you on YouTube, thank you so much for joining us on this 88th episode. And we're going to have a jam-packed interaction today. And for those of you on podcast, thank you so much. Whether you're using a loo, working out, walking your dog, or the case may be, we are here having a good time. Aloha, Sean. Good seeing you. Hello, Rolling Art. Eddie, long time no see. I saw you last week at Jay Leno's place with that beautiful Aston. So it's good seeing you here as well. Everyone, Think Tank says Sara is cool. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. Costa Rica's in the house. Thank you for joining us. We're doing well. It's a little bit warm here in the Valley area, but we'll make the best of it. Boosted, good seeing you. I'm great. Oi, Joa, good seeing you. Yes, good afternoon to you as well. District Move.
I'm so glad your eyes said it, by the way.
Yes, I'm doing great. Thank you so much, Think Tank. These are great people here. Colorado's in the house. Thank you, Gray. Son, good seeing you as well. Las Vegas, courtesy of Bajan. Brazil, wow, this is great. So this is going to be a great episode. Sara, you've been so kind to me all these years. You guys have been fantastic, great supporters and great advocates.
It could change today.
It could change today. I hope it changes for the better. But this is a wonderful facility. You have so many Porsches here, air-cooled, water-cooled, hybrids, you name it. How did this come to be? How did this start?
I don't have any hybrids.
No hybrids yet.
I'm pretending like the electronic or the electric stuff is not existing.
Uh-oh.
You know.
She's going to be mad at me today. Well, you get lots of hearts. That's good. England's in the house. Good seeing you. What's up? Hello to the beautiful lady. Wow, you're getting admirers here. That's really nice. So, come to Phoenix. Okay, I will come to Phoenix this year, I promise. I will do that. But Sara, how did this facility start? Not in summer, yes. When it gets a lot cooler.
The concourse is good. It's a nice Porsche
So I gather. So how did she start? How did this start here? This wonderful facility.
Well, I mean, I could go way back in the history, and so my late husband, he's pretty well known in the Porsche world. He started this. Well, I want to say the concept almost even when he was a kid. He was, I want to say, 15 when he got his first Porsche. It was chocolate brown. Yeah, he's talked about it in another podcast in depth. So I won't go all that into the history, but we started dating when I was 20, and we just, he was working with his family.
Yes.
He was in a Honda Acura dismantling business.
Wow, nice.
Yes.
So he started with Hondas as well.
Yeah, and he was kind of doing Porsche as a hobby. It was like a little bit here, a little bit there, and anyway. So when I kept watching his phone ring all the time, I said, that's money calling.
Right.
Like, you need to answer your damn phone because those are Porsche people calling.
Of course.
So I started answering for him because he was so busy running his other business. And then as time kind of progresses, well, family doesn't always work out as well as you want it to. So eventually they just decided, they were going to kind of part ways, and we were going to start a Porsche business.
Nice.
And, you get in your first place, and it's like, ooh, there's rent due.
Oh my God, of course.
Yes. But that was almost 22 years ago.
Wow,
so
that
was a long time
that
ago.
long ago. That's
Yes.
amazing. And I've known you guys for a little bit over a decade. So about half the time that this existed, I've known Sara and the team, which is fantastic. And people saying hello to the beautiful lady. Is this a Sara? Yeah, she's the Sara with the exotics. She has really cool cars. Yes, it is. Oh, Kevin, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. Rez, I would try to make Honda Day with the Odyssey. It's totally up to Honda, which is pretty nice. So, that being said, what is the scope of what? Because you do everything. But what is the scope of primarily what you do here at LA Dismantler?
Well, the main thing we try to do is keep Porsches on the road.
Oh,
I mean,
very
that is
nice.
our primary goal, is that we take Porsches that have unfortunately maybe had an end to their life. I'm sure the driver didn't want that to happen,
Understood.
but it did. So we try to make sure that we're taking each Porsche in and giving it a good end to the rest of life. So we can consider them to be organ donors or whatever you want to, kind of sweet story. I would say people can come into the shop and they can look at these cars and they can be like, oh my God, they're crying and in tears about, all the tragic events that happened. Or you can look and say, you know what, all of those cars still have parts in them.
Of course.
And they all have valuable pieces that can keep other cars on the road. So that's how I like to put that, a good perspective.
Aaron, shame on you. No K-swap Porsches. No. Even when I use the components from here, I still use Porsche engines in Porsches. R35 says, oh, that's awesome. Yuri Parcell is asking, are you a tuner? Are you tuned? Do you race cars? They're curious.
Okay, so we're a dismantling yard, which is just a fancy word for a junkyard. You know, you can call us a breaker if you're in the UK. You can call us. I think there's a bunch of different terms, but basically that's what we are. We take damaged Porsches in and we take all the good pieces off and we put those on. We don't put them on, but we sell the people that put them on. You know,
do you race cars at all?
I mean, I tinkered.
She's tinkered.
Yeah.
There you go. So
not on a regular basis. I really.
It's tough.
Okay, so I will say back in my 20s when I started driving, I was a street racer.
She's hardcore. She was a street racer, you know?
I did. I was the girl on Sunset Boulevard in Mulholland, and you know, that was our Friday and Saturday night. We'd go looking for people to race. But then I had kids, and everything changes once you have kids. So.
That's very true. I can attest to that as well. Yeah. Kevin, shame on you. No LS swaps, no K swaps. Yeah, there you go, Dunk 186. You're more like a K911T. That's the way to go. You guys know my thing. I love the beauty of classic Porsches, but I'm also a huge advocate of modern technology. So this is my go-to place when I have to get newer engines to infuse into the older chassis. And we have a lot of fun with that. It's been absolutely fantastic. And you get the beauty of the old classic Porsches, but also the technology that's all the newer ones. Drive-by-wire, CAN bus, you name it. We do all that good stuff. Sleepers, indeed, you know. Do I work on Volkswagens? No, I do not. I do not have a relationship with Volkswagens. Most of the projects you see that I have are in combination with OEMs. So you see us do a lot with Acura, a lot with Honda, with some with Ford, with Hyundai. Now doing some little bit of stuff with Mazda. So it continues to expand, so on and so forth. But yeah, we people call us like the Jay Leno's of performance, which is pretty crazy because we are not primarily market specific. But all of you guys know that I am very, very, very close and have a soft spot in my heart for Porsche, the new Porsche. You know.
I think a lot of customizers do.
Yeah, car builders can't build cars without dismantlers. That is very true. If not for dismantlers,
build it without. I mean, you can get everything new and
well, a lot of what we're doing would not exist if not for people like you, which is fantastic. You know. Look at our Luga system and give us your opinion. Okay, send me a message here on DM on Instagram and I'll take a look at that, you know. Porsches are just expensive VWs. Do you agree with that?
I mean, they're in the family, so I don't know that I can have that comparison. So, and a couple reasons. So not only the R&D that goes into building these machines and the racing history behind it, because VW doesn't exactly have the same kind of racing history.
Not.
But also the community. So I have not been embedded in the VW community, so I can't really speak to that point, but I'm embedded in the Porsche community because I sit on the PCALA board.
Oh, very nice.
Club of America.
Yes.
And I'm very active, and I tour all around the world going to Porsche events.
Wow.
And, I will have to say that the community is just, it's kind of above and beyond. My late husband was very into exotics. We had Lamborghinis, Ferraris, McLarens, all kinds of crazy stuff. But those communities are different.
Yes, they are.
It's just a matter of perception. And it's not good or bad, but the Porsche community is just kind of, I don't know, it's very embracing.
The camaraderie is amazing.
You can have the least expensive Porsche on the road all the way up to the top tier, and they still accept you.
Absolutely.
And so it's just a wonderfully really supportive group of people that I've come across. And that's true around the world.
Think Tank say he's a PCA member as well.
Yay,
you know.
PCA.
Mom's pool always I look so happy. Yes, I am very happy. I'm living my best life, as you say. Lambos are very expensive VWs. Oh. You know, one thing is that there's a lot of cross-pollination with the VAG group, but it doesn't mean that they're the same. The technology, the engineering, the marketing, it's all different. But sometimes, they may share a sensor or two. But, you know, yes, Louis is saying I'm very jolly. Thank you so much.
And why shouldn't they? I mean, listen, if a car company can come up with something, if a person in one group, whether it's a VW group or a Lambo group, comes up with some amazing new way for them all to benefit.
Why not?
Whether it's a cost analysis or whether it's a performance or whatever it is. Why shouldn't they all?
Why shouldn't they not? I agree.
Cross-pollination.
I agree. Hot Wheels, Poppy says, hello, Bisi and Sara. Hello, Poppy. Good seeing you. Thank you so much. Let's see. Tech Tuesday. Yes, it is. That's great of the PCA. Yes, and one thing I can say about the PCA, Alfie's crazy. I should have brought some blonde locks, he said, to match you. Anyway, yes, one thing about the PCA is that of all the automotive organizations in the world, it's the largest. Yes. So you think of the camaraderie, the community, it is absolutely huge. And I belong to PCA as well. I'm also a member of the POC, but the
And you're
PCA is
active
absolutely
with them.
fantastic. Yes, I am. I
Yes,
love them.
I
I'm going
know
to do
you
even
are.
more, which is great. Pirate Auto Group, PCA member here as well. Good, Duran. I didn't know that. We have to talk about that more next time. I had no
And
idea.
I will have to
you
give
know?
a push too for it. So PCAs has the regular community, but it also has juniors. And my daughter is the brand ambassador for Porsche Juniors.
Very
so that
nice.
is
I didn't know it existed.
It gives you swag for your kids.
Nice.
And it's
That's pretty
free.
cool. That's pretty cool.
But it basically, so I mean, you and I both know we're in the car culture,
Yes.
and there's a shift now. So in our era, I'm going to assume you're around the same age as me, but people are really, really into cars.
Yes.
And the newer, younger generations,
Yes, they
you
tend
know,
to shy
now we're
away.
Ubering and now we're
Right,
lifting, and there's
of
a whole
course.
shift, and there's electric
Yeah.
cars, and there's this, and people are really concerned about where this car culture is going. And I'm not here to tell you any direction or give you any kind of crystal ball theory. But PCA has definitely recognized that and brought along the juniors program to try to get, kind of a fire lit under people.
That's very clever.
To
That's
get
very
them
clever.
involved. And so they have, there's this amazing app, to show you the app.
I look forward to that.
Where they can go to an event and try to pick the Porsches that they find.
Nice.
There's a lot of really fun
Really
stuff.
cool.
Yeah.
Really cool. And I try to do my part. Like even I have a speaking engagement in a couple of weeks in Minneapolis. I try to get the youth involved in everything motorsports and automotive as well. But one thing I noticed is that we have to make it exciting for them.
We
So
do.
above and beyond the
Yeah.
science and technology, it has to entertain as well. So of course you see me shooting flames and doing crazy stuff and
But that's
and
exciting
yeah,
for
it
kids.
is.
They
It
need
is. It
interaction
is.
and
So
they need- yeah.
more to come. Corey has a technical question about K-tuner or Hondata. It depends. So there's very small cross-pollination within those different ECU management groups. Sometimes you may have an automatic base Civic that needs a flash, and K-tuner offers it, and Hondata doesn't. I've had success with both platforms, but one thing I noticed that K-tuner tends to do a lot more that Hondata won't even touch. So I do both. You can have success with both systems, Ask Sarah what Porsche she prefers. Well, all of 911 wants to know which Porsche you prefer.
My favorite is the 911 Turbo S. So I should say the 993 Turbo S. That's my.
She has
that's
good,
my absolute
good
favorite.
expensive taste.
Yeah.
Those cars are not.
But I mean, I'm not opposed to. So my GT3 is sitting up in the rack right
Oh,
behind
nice.
us. Yes.
Oh, that's
And
cool.
it just needs a couple more parts, and as a business owner, I'm sure you can appreciate that our cars tend to get the least.
Yes,
amount of
they
love.
do. Yes, I have
That
so
works.
many cars out non-functioning. Customers are fussed,
Yeah.
which is interesting. Brian 11 says he's also a PCA member in Denmark. See,
but
global.
well, he's not a PCA member; he's a Porsche Club member.
Porsche Club,
That's
very
not
nice.
America, the A
Very
is Club
nice.
America.
Yes, here we go. Do you have knowledge on membership? He said, that I don't know. Let me try to do this here.
PCA, yeah. If you send me a message, I'm more than happy to get you the link for a membership.
And how do they reach you, Sarah? What's the best way to get in touch with you and the
So
team here?
since we're on Instagram, we'll start with
Yes.
that. So I'm LA Dismantler on Instagram. I also have a separate account for myself that I don't really check as much, which is LA Dismantler Sarah Porsche, I think. And I do a lot of Facebook. So I'm Sarah Porsche de Carmen on Facebook.
Nice.
But even if you pull Sarah Porsche, you can pretty much
Oh,
find
come
me.
on. Very nice. Sarah Porsche. There it is.
Yeah,
You can find
our
her
website
everywhere.
Is ladismantler.com.
Nice.
This day and age, you have it's like portals and portals of
Yes.
ways people can find you.
Porsche spends more money on R&D and motorsports than any other manufacturer, says
So no.
Ion Redline 04. That's very nice.
And they're usually very successful. There's a chart that they have that says, what does it say? Not perfect, because it's like out of all of the racing, there's like one off that they didn't win.
Yeah, I saw that. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool. That's pretty clever. You can't be perfect.
I think
It's
it's
like
a Rod's
Porsche,
place.
Porsche,
You're a
Porsche,
Rod's-
Porsche.
yeah,
Yeah,
you're a
yeah.
Rod's
He's
place.
cool. He's
Yeah.
cool. So this gentleman had a question about tuning. Can I tune with my wideband with my primary oxygen sensor is flows in heater cold? Well, boosted GD3, that's a very wide question, but all things being equal, you can tune your system and optimize ignition, fuel, leaving your primary O2 sensor off. So you're tuning in open loop. Now, if you want to put in closed loop, which allows you to have impeccable drivability no matter what the conditions, then you may want to find out what the code is. If it's a sensor, replace it. If it's a wiring, repair that. Because what happens is, let's say you tuned it today, which is about 90 degrees when I came here. On a colder day, you'll require a lot more fuel because the denser mixture is being ingested by your engine. If it's a hotter day than today, it'll run a lot richer, and both scenarios are not the best for optimization or for power. So you want to have an opportunity to have your ECU do its job by correcting for different type of temperatures and elevations. So yes, you can tune it, but when you're done, solve the problem, put it back in closed loop, and you should be good to go, Hi guys, cousins, we are doing great. All of 11, doing any events in LA, are you?
almost every weekend.
Every weekend.
The next one coming up for me is at the end of this week is Porsche Parade.
Oh.
So we don't know that it bounces around the country. This year it's in Boca Raton. It
Nice.
starts on Monday of next week.
Good.
And then next year will be in Palm Springs, so it'll be a little closer to Cali people. Then after that, I'll be up in Monterey for the festival. The Pebble Beach Works. So Works renews on a Friday, and then all the Pebble Beach festivities and the car week. And
Yes, we'll
pretty
be
much
there.
a whole week.
We'll be there as well.
Okay, great.
Yes,
Okay.
by all means.
And I just got back from Goodwood. And that was,
how was that? You went?
It
Oh
was
my God.
overwhelming. I mean, it's like putting candy in front of babies and like sprinkling them around the grass and having to run and find Easter eggs. I mean, it's the biggest car show in the world, and it gets that name for a reason.
Of course.
So,
Speaking of VWs, we were talking about early on. Did you see the race Goodwood, the time that this electric VW ran? Did you see that at all?
well, okay, so I was there as a VIP guest for Robo Race. I don't know if you're talking about Robo Race.
Well, Robo
friend
Race,
is
I know.
connected to them.
So Robo Race is I have quite a few friends there as well. There's June Imai who works there. There's what's Simon's last name? He's the head designer there as well. A good friend of mine, Rod Chung, he used to be with them, but he's now elsewhere. And I'm fascinated with that facility. And
It's
I
really
know
interesting.
I know that they did something last year where they had the first autonomous race on Goodwood's property, which is great. And this year, I don't know if they're involved with the VAG project, but they had a Volkswagen there that broke the record. It did like 39 seconds on the whole track.
Okay.
So people are going crazy about EV stuff, which is pretty exciting, and we'll talk about that later on. But I've never been. I go to UK often for business,
Well,
but
there's two.
for other things.
You gotta pick. So there's Festival Speed that just finished.
Understood.
And then in September there's Revival.
I heard about both.
And Revival is period costumes, and they won't let you. You have to be
You have
head
to
to
look like you're
toe
old
in
school.
period costumes.
That's
You
cool.
can pick any era. And I don't think there's an exclusion of eras.
Oh.
You can do 20s up to
Nice.
90s. I don't know.
Nice.
Whatever.
But it can't be just like this. Can't be like, oh.
Well, I don't think they're going to be this modern.
Yeah, I don't think
they're
they're
going
gonna
to
do
say, yeah, you can say I'm picking the
Oh my
modern area.
God.
Yeah.
R35, R30 is asking about the car on the lift here. So you said it was your GT3.
Yeah, it's a 2015 GT3, and
Nice.
it just needs just a couple little parts.
That thing,
Needs a
R35,
radiator, some bumpers.
it has a center locks on it. It looks really cool. I don't know if you can see it from there, but I'll take some photos afterwards. It's really, really cool. Really cool indeed. And that's your vehicle, yes?
Yeah.
Yes, GT3 991.1. Okay. What's the best type of Honda to modify? One that has a petrol engine. Actually, I would say the best, you have a tie between, if you want something rear-wheel drive, definitely the S2000. If you want something current, the 10th Gen Civic SI or Type R is really, really, really lends itself well. If you want to encompass the entire gamut, I really like NSXs. As you see, we've been doing a lot with that recently with
And the
Acura,
new
which is
one.
pretty cool. It's
So I had
it's
NXSs
amazing.
back in the day. Yes.
The new
and
one is amazing.
I haven't driven it.
You
I
should.
haven't seen it
It's
in person
fantastic. We can
But
make that happen.
I remember in the when I had my old one, in Santa Monica,
Yeah.
there's the streets go like this.
Of course.
And
What
I
happened?
went a little too.
Oh, you were
this.
too aggressive.
And so
What happened?
I'm like, Todd, my late husband's name is Todd, and I said, there's steam coming out
Oh,
of my engine. So I
no.
took out the whole radiator.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh my God. So she had an NA1 and she destroyed
Yeah.
the radiator in Santa Monica on the nice pavement there, you know? Jim King is asking, BC, can you explain CAN bus? I sure can. And you guys know that, as I mentioned before, I'm a huge advocate of modern technology, and especially in older chassis. CAN bus is a communication protocol in essence. It allows a lot of data to travel through two wires, literally two, CAN high and CAN low. And how does that help me or manufacturers? It helps with cost, and it helps significantly with weight. So imagine back in the day, or some people are still doing it, where you have modules all across your cars, and you have your ECU in the rear of the car, and then you have your fuel pump in the front, and you have all these other modules, and you have to run wires to have these ECU control everything. It's ridiculous. Nowadays, I can have a small module in the front, a small one in the back, both controllers, and have them communicate with the whole chassis with two wires. It makes things simple, it makes things very nice, and much, much lighter weight.
So
And the
you're talking about
communication is
not having
amazing.
the snake? That
Yeah,
goes
you don't have the
from one
crazy
end
snake.
to
Yeah, you
the-
don't have to have that anymore.
Oh.
You can now have a much smaller snake or worm now.
Yeah.
But something very, very easy. So what I tend to do is, if you look at a lot of my Porsches, if you look inside, you don't see much wiring on the floor. And the reason because I use CAN bus to my advantage, and I use that to control modules all across the car and makes things much easier. And when it comes to diagnosis, instead of you going through that snake of wires, it's easy to plug into the CAN bus system and see where the data stream stopped. And they'll tell you very quickly what to look for. So it makes things
That's
much
very
easier as an engineer. It's godsend. I put the CAN bus in everything I can, just like OEMs do. you know?
I will say in Porsche, the older models, it wasn't as challenging to have a wiring harness
Understood.
match because things weren't as complicated.
Right.
But now, because everything is so technologically
Yes.
advanced, every plug has to match.
Amen.
Yeah.
See, Sarah knows her stuff. You know? I should have her do my Tech Tuesday time. She's really good, you know? Hello from West LA, says Korea Boutique West LA. Thank you so much for joining us indeed. Istanbul, Idea, good seeing you.
Whole world.
You know,
They're showing up.
Time Attack EG. Yes, Sarah does track once in a while. As a business owner, it's very challenging, and she also has a family. It's hard, but she does from time to time, but not very often.
Support my race career. You feel free. I'll start a GoFundMe.
She'll be more than happy. I believe her. She will. Nico, love from Greece. Thank you so much for joining us all across from there.
I actually was at a POC banquet, which is the Porsche Owners Club, and they had their holiday banquet, and I won, you get an auction ticket or whatever, raffle ticket, and I won a pair of race seatbelts. And I was like, that's kind of a sign.
That is a sign. Where are you located is what Olaf 911 is asking.
So we are in the Los Angeles County. We're called LA Dismantler or Los Angeles Dismantler, and we're in the city of Sun Valley.
Ah. Non-existent particulates is asking. I like your name, really cool. Hey BC, would I be laughed at if I wanted to join PCA with a 986 Boxster? What do you think?
No, of course not. Listen, PCA, again, you might have missed the whole spiel about the community earlier, but it's accepting all the way from every model, from 924, 924, 914, all the way up to the GT cars, and everything is included. No, and four-doors as well. That's another big push that PCA is doing, is they're making sure that four-door drivers, because there's a set of purists, which is going to include your 911 Boxsters and Caymans, and then there's the four-doors, which is kind of a more family-oriented model, or an executive who's going to drive a Panamera, those kind of things. But no, everyone is included.
Uy Parsa is asking, 24, BC, will you ever visit New York City? Bro, I should. I was in Rochester. I know, please forgive me. I was in Rochester, but we were filming. I was telling Sarah about that before we came on, and we were filming this show with Netflix with Charlize Theron. And Rutledge was part of that as well. That's coming out very soon on Netflix. Very exciting. Not to give too much away, it's like Cars meets American Ninja Warrior. That's all I can say. It's bananas. So you guys will love that. Thanks for the hearts. It's going to be really cool. So that's the closest, but I will be new. I promise you I'll be out there soon. Wonderful car culture out there, you know? Tara Dakaran is here. Hello, Tara. Okay, let's see here. Let's see.
And she's the PCA brand ambassador.
There you go. Toronto's in the house from Canada. Spadik, good seeing you as well. Jeep Thrills Off-Road says, BC, you've come a long way. Back in the days in Compton, Circuit City, installing radios. Yes. I used to live in Compton. I came to America and lived in Compton. Imagine that. And I used to work at Circuit City. That's one of my jobs that allowed me to be comfortable with people. I was an engineer, but I worked in sales.
You're really uncomfortable now, I can tell.
TFT, good seeing you as well. Asia's in the house. Thank you so much. Let's see. Plan on participating in the 24-hour race with one of your builds? Well, I don't know if that's for I or for Sarah. Do you have any plans to race 24 hours?
I know. I'd be sleeping in the middle.
Yeah, I don't, because guys, this time of year has come now, and I'm gonna get ready for some builds for SEMA this year. We have 5 builds as well, which is crazy. And of those 5, believe it or not, 4 are Porsches, so it's frightening, yeah.
Okay.
And then 1 is an OEM build, and that may change even sooner. So it's gonna be pretty exciting, you know. Why do they say go B series instead of D? If 300 horsepower is the goal, does it mean D will be less reliable if properly tuned? That's in fever? No. People tend to shy away from things that are not popular or they're not comfortable with. And I'm the worst person because I'm a contrarian. I do things that people say are not possible. When I'm done with this, I'm going to tell Sarah what I'm building this year. She'll probably slap me, or she may be happy. I think she'll slap me because it's really crazy. But nonetheless,
I support all projects.
Thank you, thank you. Nonetheless, the D series is a formidable, profile. And one thing about D series, when you make 300, it's not difficult at all. You can literally do that with valve train, pistons and rods, and a turbo. And when you spank people with a D, they get very upset. So if you want the easy route out, yes, a B, you can do that. You still have to boost to make 300 reliably, but you can do it with either setup. It doesn't matter, you know. Centerlock Life, yes, it is. That car is awesome, you know. Where's the roof Yellowbird? Do you have a Yellowbird here?
No, we've had roof cars come here, but not the Yellowbird. There's only, that's a limited production. But I am good friends with Elvis Reed.
Is it? He came here. He's been here a few times, hasn't he?
He's been a client for.
I came here once, and I was what? He was here.
You.
Yeah, he's great. He's been to the facility.
Okay, so actually,
you know?
back to the VW guys.
Yeah.
So I have a VW roof tribute bug.
You see?
Yes.
She has a cool, that's cool.
Yes.
That's so cool.
It's a Turbo S version.
It's not here,
and
is it?
I lost the key in my
Huh?
house.
She knows. So
I mean,
for
you know,
guys,
people, if you have access to give me an inexpensive key.
so guys,
great,
Sarah's
drive
balling.
again.
She's losing keys in her home. That's how balling she is, you know?
I have too many cars. That's one of my problems.
Dunk 186 is asking what trans is in my blue 911. That's amazing you asked that question.
Well, I can't see
because
blue
it's-
911.
Well,
How
well,
do I
it's
know
not.
it's not a blue 911?
Well, it's the first one I built with
Oh,
your
you're a blue
sister.
911.
Oh, blue
I thought you
911,
said his.
No, no.
Sorry.
Trans in my blue 911, it is a 997 gearbox that I purchased from here. Believe it or not. So,
Glad we did
yeah, low mileage, and I got from him, and that thing, I beat the crap out of that gearbox, and it's been holding up so far.
They're pretty
you know?
They're sturdy.
Yes, yes they are. Do you still have the van? Yes, I do. We were just racing it at Willow Springs last week. So
How's
if you
the
look back,
stability on it? I mean, it's high.
it's high. It's scary on corners.
Really?
Straightaways is awesome. I love it straightaways, especially at high speed. But she's a big girl. That thing is it's frightening. It's frightening in the corners. You know. What do you think of a BMW build, BC? I think it's fantastic. I love Porsches. Because Porsches, I have a soft spot for German vehicles nowadays. I don't have a relationship with BMW. I do own a BMW. Hedy drives it quite a bit, but I do not have any builds coming up soon. You know. Hey BC, would you build a Porsche Cayenne rally car? Yes, I would. Absolutely, that's cool. That'd be a cool little project indeed. You know.
Giant wheels and, raised out.
Yes, yes. Bearded That Rules is a Cayman owner. Thank you so much. If you haven't joined the PCA, do it. Do it.
Very inexpensive.
Can you start the intros? Just join. Sorry. Oh, son of pain. Shame on you. Well, I'm here with
Wait,
Sarah.
What are you saying? Hold on.
He said, can I start the intro? So
Oh.
this Sarah, she is from Porsche. Actually, it was Porsche Dismantler, but we changed
Yeah.
that. LA Dismantler.
Dismantler,
Yes, and she is the guru when it comes to Porsche components and parts. There are hundreds, I'm not exaggerating, guys, hundreds of cars here.
This is only 1 yard. You have a whole other yard.
I didn't know that.
Now you know.
She has multiple
That's the secret
yards
spot.
with secret spot, like maybe that's where the good stuff is, but there's some wonderful stuff here. There are air-cooled engines here, there's some water-cooled stuff here, there's short blocks here, intake manifolds, gearboxes, I think at 915. They have crazy stuff here. And this place is near and dear to my heart because Sarah and her late husband were advocates for us. When everyone told us, don't build Porsches, your Honda guys stay there, they supported us and pushed us. When even my own partner, my own sponsor said, what are you doing? Don't do it. And look today, we're building crazy Porsches. We have nods from Porsche with PCA active members. It's been a fantastic journey. Thank you, Mark, for being a fan of us. Really appreciate that, you know.
I like that you think out of the box.
Yes,
And
thank
I
you,
like,
thank
I like
you.
that when you rebel against
I do. I'm really
the
belling this year.
naysayers.
This year is bad.
Good.
In a good way. It's not. I'm not doing anything blasphemous. The purists may think that, but the Porsche, it's interesting. We'll talk about that. I promise I'll let you guys know.
You know, my late husband was a purist. He
Yes.
really was. Everything had to be stock in his car. But I'm the opposite. I celebrate the rod end race. I celebrate, Max
I
Walker's a
find
good
that
friend.
interesting.
And I
because-
really think that it's like, I was at the Steve McQueen show not long ago, and I was a judge.
Very
And
nice.
so part of it was the cool factor.
Of course.
And I thought that was the best kind of way to start judging. It was my first time. But it's just, you're looking at it and thinking, how have you done something a little bit different? Whether
Of
it's just
course.
a pinstripe,
Of course.
or whether it's an interior accent,
Amen.
or, some kind of upgrade. I mean, we're not learning about the upgrades there. So
Right.
I'm not talking to the owners. But, I think it's great to customize and become a little bit unique. 'Cause who wants to drive in a parking lot where you look like everybody else?
Yeah, very true. And I hate that. I go to a lot of exotic meets and they all look the same.
Right.
So I get happy bringing something that just messes things up.
It starts a conversation.
It does. It does. It makes things exciting.
Yeah.
Jack Bud is asking, have you had any opportunities to redeem yourself in the minivan? Yes, I have actually. So, the minivan, as you may know, I participated, for those of you who may not know, in a show called Fastest Car on Netflix. And a little background on that, they came and wanted a sleeper car. I had a rear-wheel drive converted Hyundai, which I thought was perfect because it's a Hyundai, you wouldn't expect it. It was a rear drive conversion, so it's awesome, it hooks up, made 1100 horsepower, amazing. But when they came to inspect the Hyundai, they looked at the van like, what is that? Oh, it's my Odyssey, it's been on a ton of shows. Oh, I'm like, well, it's front-wheel drive. Well, long story short, the car makes a ton of power, but front-wheel drive and 1,000 horsepower don't mix very well.
Oh, yeah.
So the car
Really?
didn't fare very well against the rear-wheel drive vehicles that were slicked down. So we didn't win the show. But guess what? I was approached to build a revenge car. So, to answer your question, to redeem myself in the minivan, yes, I have my crazy 1990 blue wagon, all-wheel drive, so it hooks up, less weight, half the weight of the Odyssey, same power potential, and it's slated for season 3. So you want to see something exciting?
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned for season 3 of Fastest Car. The wagon will be there in all its glory. So I get a ton of hearts, but that's the deal. So great question, Jack Bud. Thank you so much for asking. Olaf 911 is asking, Sarah, are you hiring?
Always.
Always.
Looking for good talent.
And how does he get his resume to you?
LADismantlerhire.com or no, at gmail.com. Yes.
King's asking, is the NSX stock or tuned? Stock for now, but not for long. So what I'm going to do, King, is I'm going to put out a nice post to ask you guys what you would like to see me do to the NSX. And I will go crazy.
The new one.
The new one.
Oh, no.
New NSX.
Oh, no. You're talking that one up already.
Yes.
It's barely been out.
Bisimoto racing gloves, Bisimoto steering wheels. Yeah, Momo would love that. They'd love to do a partnership with us. I was just talking to someone who was very important to Momo last night. It was very interesting.
Yeah, well, Rod did his Momo project. So
Yes, he
they're
did. Rod did a
they're
great
definitely
job.
interesting and,
Yep, him and Henrique, they had some fun with that project. Thanks, BC. My dream is to meet you in person. I look forward to meeting you one day as well. It'd be an honor.
We're right here.
We're right here, you know. Hey, BC, this may be off topic. Mike asked me to ask you, how do you handle PVC on turbocharged applications? Great question. So, PVCs, I tend to eliminate them. The positive crankcase ventilation, I don't use the factory setups, especially when I convert from natural aspirated to turbocharging, because many times those valves, those check valves cannot handle boost, especially the kind of boost I throw into it. So I tend to create catch cans, and those catch cans are usually vented to atmosphere, and then many applications, I have a drain back to the crankcase. So that's how I tend to handle those. So I hope that helps.
You're doing a lot today.
Thank you. I should build a small plane, says Secret Service. I have one more hurdle that I want to accomplish in the automotive scene, and I think the next challenge for me will be things that involve planes. It's just, I feel like anything aeromotive will be just fantastic for me. So, greetings, Edward from Chile. Good seeing you.
It's on my bucket list to learn to fly.
Yes.
You need a co-pilot.
That's okay. That's good to know. See, you guys heard it. It's recorded. She can't back out now. Because you know my plan would be ridiculously crazy.
Oh God.
Love the
We're gonna
minivan.
do
Thank you for
spirals
that.
and stuff.
Yes, yes. Amen. Alex, what do you think of a supercharged four-rotor engine? I think it'd be awesome. One thing about supercharged is they do provide parasitic losses to the crankcase. And you know, rotaries are not known for much low-end torque. So that'd be really interesting to design a supercharger that can be efficient in higher RPMs more than lower. That'd be cool. But you know what? It may sound ridiculous. I think that'd be cool. Imagine a four-rotor peripheral port supercharged. That'd be ridiculous. So am I going to enter the 24-hour Le Mans and Nürburgring? No, I don't have any plans for that right now. I don't. You did?
Yes.
So I've been on the Nürburgring in an Opel. She's driven it.
Well, okay, I didn't drive it.
Okay.
I was a passenger.
She's a passenger. That's good. So we have that in common then. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
I literally, I came there, I was supposed to be meeting someone and I got this whole, I was chasing Magnus Walker and my friend Mark Wag at
nice.
the Villa.
Wow.
So I was in Italy and then I flew up to the ring and I was supposed to meet somebody. And it just, the whole plan went wrong. I thought I was there on a Tuesday and he said he was driving in on Tuesday. And anyway, so I go in the you know, where all the cars are staged.
Yeah.
And I just start randomly talking to guys and taking pictures. And
Nice.
so as long as I'm here, I might as well, you know, get some pictures out of it.
Of course.
And so a guy says, you know, hey, did you want to ride? And I said,
Oh.
yeah. And I wasn't even paying
What kind
attention
of
to the
vehicle was
car.
it?
Well, I'll get there.
Okay, okay.
So I literally, I'm so excited. They put my wristband on, they put my helmet on. I'm not even paying attention. I'm opening the door. It's a GT2 version 2.
Dang!
Yes, it was like
nice.
the top tier. But don't forget
Nice.
I shouldn't forget. It's not like you remember, but it was pouring rain. Like, I mean, the whole
how
drive
was
out
that
from Frankfurt
experience?
Airport, the whole ride on the ring, it was amazing. The guy's he came in from the UK, he drove his car in through the
Nice.
tunnel, and he's literally been driving for 24 years.
Wow.
So he,
seasoned.
you know, and he's just like halfway through driving, he says, you know, you're really courageous to get in the car with a stranger.
Exactly.
And
he
I
had
said,
your
well,
life in his hands.
I did.
Yeah.
But he was coaching me every
That's
turn
cool.
through the track.
That's cool.
Every time, like the trees were there, and he says, "Okay, it's gonna be, you know, slidey on the road here."
And it
because
was,
the
wasn't
tree
it?
sap comes
Right.
down. It was crazy how it was like so detailed. So,
Amazing.
yes, no, I didn't actually drive it.
Yeah,
And just,
hers
you know,
is more exciting than mine.
Yeah.
Mine was kind of boring. Regular,
An Opel.
Opel, regular express road. Peter Patrick says, greetings. Cheers, BC and beautiful girl. Yes, beautiful girl is Sarah.
Sarah, yes.
Here, Abby. Good seeing you, Abby. Abby is a great enthusiast. He also owns a first gen Oh, Dylan said Porsches. We're talking about his thing. We're talking about Gunther, you know. Oh, Rasant, good seeing you. Thank you so much. Porsche parts for days. Amen. Absolutely. Oh my God, so many questions here. If I'm tuning an E85 car, says 4Banger Boy, using a flex fuel sensor, what two fuel should I tune it on? Very easy. 91 octane, which in your area may be as comfortable as E10, and E85. So what I tend to do is, it depends. I tend to bring the car in on 91, tune it properly, and your engine management solution is very important to this. Drain it completely, fill up with fresh E85, tune that, and interpolate between the two, you know? So I hope that helps. What is your opinion on wheel fans? Have you had an experience with them? Well, twin turbo Dan Z, yes. I'm a huge advocate of turbo fans. As a matter of fact, dealing here from Belgium helped me with a set, and I'll have more of my projects this year. I think I had one on my Hyundai in the front, I have one on the wagon in the rear. It does a great job in evacuating air from the undercarriage of a car to have cool brakes and or create downforce. So I find them extremely appealing. Porsche and Audi used extensively in the 80s, and it's making a nice comeback because of its vintage attributes, which is very nice, you know?
What is this even just aesthetic to have the vintage?
Yeah, people
think
it's, but it works
Yeah.
very well. And it's so
There's
awesome,
a lot
so
of
uber
people
cool.
left, depending.
Yes, it is, absolutely. Does Bisimoto will consider superchargers for RX-7 on the K Series, 8 Series, F20C, Subaru, and various Toyota engines, only if demand dictates. So as I mentioned before, RX-7 engines, whether you're looking at the 13B, 12A, whatever the case may be, even 20B, those engines don't make a lot of low-end torque. So superchargers, since they're directly cogged to the crankshaft or to the engine somehow, it helps to have something that's a little ballsy in terms of torque, but a design, especially today with the newer supercharged designs, I don't think it's a challenge, but demand would dictate. I think it'll sound really cool, you know. Olaf 911 is asking, where are you and Sarah traveling to in the next months? I'll let you start.
Together?
Where are you traveling to? Oh, not together, I don't know, it depends. But
We're traveling. To see each other in about
we
a month.
We will, you're right. You're absolutely correct.
No, this week I'm going to go to PCA Parade out in Boca Raton, and I was just saying earlier I got back from Goodwood a couple days ago, and then we'll be at Monterey Car Week.
Wow.
Yes.
For me,
So that's,
in the next week or couple weeks, I'll be in Minneapolis doing a speaking engagement to students on science and technology, and then I'll be here for a moment. By all means, by all means. And then afterwards, I mean, most events I go to local. I'm always everywhere in all local events. And then in about a month, I'll be going down to Florida to do some training because I love keeping in touch with technology and advances in that. Has to do a lot with ECU tuning and access and all these new protocols that are existing with OEMs. And then I'll kind of stay put for a while until Monterey Car Week. Yeah, because of that. Then I'll go to Monterey. Most likely I'll be traveling with some of my OEM friends, which is very good. And then SEMA. Then after SEMA, I may be going to the UAE. I don't know yet.
Ooh, Dubai's
yeah, so I've never been.
Sick.
I heard it's ridiculous. I got invited there.
You go to the mall and you're like,
Oh.
yeah,
I can't wait. Hopefully I get to do it. And then PRI, by all means.
well, LA Auto Show.
LA Auto Show, yeah, I'm doing something there as well. We're going to do something with LA Auto Show so stay tuned, guys. I'll have some giveaways for access tickets for the LA Auto Show. We're going to do some really cool stuff, which is pretty nice, you know. 4Banger Boy's asking, what fuel? My time is flying and my thing is red now. Oh my God. Okay, so I'll get to these quickly. What fuel have you made more power on? C16 or C85? C85 by all means. Q16, on the other hand, is an oxygenated version with olefins of C16, and you can make some really good power, almost close to C85 without the fuel system requirements. So keep that in mind. You just won't have the cooling capability that E85 has, having a very low latent heat or vaporization, meaning it doesn't require much heat to vaporize it and have a cooling opportunity in intake, having a very denser intake mixture. So by all means, use ethanol whenever you can. C85 is great, you know. Gen 3 fans right now, more function, better visuals. Oh, I look forward to that. I look forward to that indeed. How much max power can a J series hold? J32s, J35s, we push comfortably to 450, 470 horsepower without any qualms with a good tune. With a bad tune, you can break it at 300. Thanks to you and Sarah for a great Q&A. Thank you so much, all of 911. We appreciate that. Oh my God, so many questions. Are you going to attend the Concours d'Elegance in Michigan to see the new Corvette C8? Will you be there?
I go to a lot of concourse. I don't know that I have Michigan on my radar right now, but I try to get into as many as I can.
I don't have any plans for that. And with this, guys, I'm getting warnings left and right, and Instagram will cut us off very soon. But guys, thank you so much for joining us on this 88th episode of the Bisimoto Tech Tuesday. Thanks for the hearts as well. For those of you on YouTube, thank you for joining us as well. And this will be up for 24 hours here on Instagram. Then you can go on the podcast networks, whether it's Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iTunes, you name it, your favorite place, we are there. So just do a search for Bisimoto and you can listen to what we did today. Go out and start over. I bet you know what? I will do that, Kevin. I'll go out, I'll walk around, show you guys what we have here. It's amazing. And this is your go-to place, my go-to place for Porsche parts. Take care, everyone.
Well, thank you for visiting. I really
Thank you.
appreciate having you.
It's a pleasure indeed.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, guys. And if you like this episode and when we come back here later on, let me know. I love coming here. It's not too bad a drive for us. Have a good evening, guys. Take care. Cheers. Bye-bye.